Welcome back, traders, to another installment of how to trade gold. We're going to pick up from where we left off yesterday. Yesterday's video was really short in terms of what I had going on when I did the video where I placed that first trade. So that's the trade you're looking at right now. That's the one we're in. I was starving. I'm not going to lie. I needed to get something to eat, and that opportunity, I couldn't wait around to do XYZ, then come back and then show you. So what I wanted to do was record myself placing that trade, give a brief introduction to it all, right? And then in today's video, I will take a bit of time in breaking down why I made the decision I made. Because remember, on so yesterday, Wednesday, okay, so on the Tuesday, I saw this move over here, right? And I turned around and said, I'm not going to take this deal because I can get a better one later on. That better one arrived on Wednesday, and right now, as we can see, we have a balance of around 68 unrealized profits right now. So unrealized 68. When we did the video before, we was on 53.81. This is where we're sitting at right now. Okay, so in this one move, I've recovered the mistakes I made in this area over here. So let me just see if I can get back to it. Okay, all right, so in this area up here, I made a bunch of bad decisions. Okay, so I made a bunch of bad decisions in this area up here and then over here. So the first one was I put in a buy when I shouldn't have, right? I believe price was going to keep going up and it didn't, right? So obviously it came down and then I got taken out with a loss, but this was a managed exit because I realized it was going bad quite early on. So what I basically did was I waited for the candle to push up a little bit more so that I could exit out of that trade a lot better than it would have been had I just let it just run down, because that would have been a little bit more, right? And obviously we can't have that. And I'll explain why I'm being super careful in regards to the trades that I'm placing right now. We're going to get into that in a short moment. Then we're going to jump onto TradingView to discuss the actual reasoning behind this overall trade itself. And then the second trade, which happened the day after, I'm not even sure what day this is, right? I put in a buy again, and then naturally price came down and shook me out because once again it was a bad decision. So this move up here has given me back my losses on this trade and this trade, plus change with the current trailing stop where it's sitting right now. Okay, so far everything is looking fantastic. And if I must admit, this trade, this execution was absolutely perfect. This was a market buy. So you can go back and watch yesterday's video and you see that in there. Okay, the market buy, how we did that. Fantastic. So with that said and done, we are now going to jump into TradingView to discuss why we did. Okay, so we're now back in TradingView and we're just going to go over the details as to why we made the decisions that we made. Okay, so the first thing that I want to draw to your attention was the FVG in this area over here. Okay, so in a video that I did where I was laying out all of these areas of interest, okay, I pointed out that in my opinion, I believe price was going to come back into this FVG. Okay, now most people in the trading community, especially the guys trading gold, took this whole signal here as a head and shoulders. Okay, so they took this whole signal here as a head and shoulders, right? And most importantly, because something important had taken place, which is that this swing low over here had been taken out. All right, now the reason why I went against that sentiment altogether was basically based on the news that I knew was coming out this week, right, in regards to gold. Because first things first, we knew interest rate was going to be coming out. So on this day here, okay, this was when we had the Fed talk about the rates, right, as well as a whole bunch of FOMC meetings. Okay, so all of this took place on this day right here. Hence why I was rushing back to lock in that deal, because soon as I got the data on the Fed rates, right, I knew that from that point this thing was going to fly off. And this was not a head and shoulders, this was still in an uptrend. Okay, so I came back, I saw the opportunity and I jumped in, and that was purely based on fundamentals supposing to technicals, because on the technical side this is a head and shoulders. So I'm just going to point that out to you right now. This is a head and shoulders, right? Let's make that white. Without all this taking place today, okay, this is how this looked, right? And I'm sure if you're following a bunch of gold trading channels, they would have identified this shape as well as the head and shoulders, okay? But the key issue that we had was in regards to the fundamental data coming out in regards to Fed rates. Because once Fed rates came out and it came in as nothing changed, the rate is going to remain the same at 4.5. Okay, that basically meant whatever they were going to talk about in the FOMC was going to be favorable for the metals, point blank and simple. There wasn't going to be any spike coming downwards. Everything was going to be pushing up, right? Everything was going to be pushing up. Hence why the fundamental side of things is so important to get your head around that as well. It's not just technicals. Sometimes fundamentals play a key role, especially in situations where you think the market is going to do one thing and then something else happens and it sends it in the opposite direction. So as you can see right now, the trade itself is doing it very, very, very good. Okay, very good, right? Today is Thursday, so it's fair to assume that this level right here is in fact the low of this week, okay? Because I can't see price coming past this zone anytime soon. And at this current level where we are at right now, okay, we do not yet know if this is in fact the high of the week, okay? But what we do know is that price is pushing up, all right? Now, if I was, say, for example, I wanted to scalp and I wanted to scalp the market and trade, especially if I wanted to do it today after seeing this video, I wouldn't do anything today. Reason why I wouldn't do anything today is that we have to follow certain rules in regards to putting in trades, especially if you want to scalp, okay? The one rule that I like to use the most is using the daily high and the daily low of the previous day. Determine if I'm facing the wrong way or if I'm facing the right way, okay? And all you basically have to do, is really simple. I'm just going to get a naked chart because I think it's just going to make life a little bit easier. Okay, so this is a little trick, right, that I found out not too long ago. But however, I'm not a scalper. I'm more of a swing trader, just based on how everything is organized at the moment. It makes more sense for me to be a swing trader than it to be a day trader. Okay, we're just going to use this area as an example. In all fairness, okay, because market is trending, this is going to seem super easy, okay? But what you're going to need to do is apply this concept in more choppy markets. So say markets that is moving in a range, all right? And try to get your head around mastering that if you want to scalp. And that will then prepare you for everything else in regards to ranging markets and all the other cool stuff that you might want to do. So first, let's just take a quick look at this, right? All you are basically looking for when you start at the beginning of your day, right, is you want to see if market closes above a daily high, the previous day high, or the previous day low. That's all you're looking for. Okay, that's all you are looking for. And then in that move, what you will then do is you then take a slice of the pie for yourself. All right. Now, this whole system does have a high degree of you taking losses, but overall you will win more trades than you would lose if you want to be a scalper. So that will be my, what would I say, 2 pence in terms of if you want to be a scalper, one way you could think about doing it, which is using daily highs and daily lows to help you navigate. Because the highs and the lows are so important, in this trading game. A lot of people do not discuss how important they are, okay? But they are super important, and combined with a whole bunch of other things, I mean, it can really help with your trading journey. So what is my thinking for tomorrow? What's my thinking for tomorrow? So first things first, right? I want to know if price is going to continue pushing upwards, right? And as it stands right now, there is a lot of momentum for price to go up, supposing to come down. Okay, now all of these candles at the moment are all in one color. So for me, I understand what's going on, but for you, it might be tricky. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch this around. Let me find a normal template. Let's see if this is okay. Cool. We're going to switch this around, right? So as you can see, there is more buying power up here than there is selling power. All right. So in my mind, I'm thinking price is going to keep pushing up. So all I would do tomorrow, okay, if I was going to put in a trade, I'm not going to put in one, but if all I would do tomorrow is I would mark out this area over here and this swing low. I would take this swing low, supposing to this one, okay, and I want to see if price moves downwards or if it pushes up. If it moves downwards, naturally I'm going to be closed out, so I'll be done for the week, right? But however, price may be pulling back to collect more orders only to go back up again, okay? And for that, I will assess that situation over the weekend and then make sure that on the Monday I've got my best foot forward in regards to what I want to do and how I want to do it. So believe it or not, looking at the candle like this is really annoying. I absolutely do not like it at all. So let me just go back to the way I had it. I think it's this one. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. I like this though. Nope, don't like that either. Yeah, that's the one. So I have it set up like that. These levels over here will be the levels of interest for me. And then as soon as price makes a move in a direction and it is clear to see that he wants to move in that direction, I would literally jump in and ride it in the opposite direction. But as it stands, on the macro view of the market, price is going up. So taking sales is seriously risky business, okay? Unless if you have a strong understanding as to what is happening and how much gains is in it for you before you before you do it. You need to understand what it is you're doing and how you're doing it. These things are really important. So guys, definitely hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification, and drop us a like if you found the content I've shared with you today super useful, okay? And keep watching this series as we work towards growing this really small account, because I believe we are definitely going to be hitting the target that I've set. And in that whole journey itself, there's so much information that you can use for yourself, because essentially what we are doing right now, okay, is we're taking the situation that most people are in when they jump into the trading world, right? Not saying that they're broke, no. It's saying how much capital are they willing to risk in this game of trading? And a lot of the time, they don't walk in there with a lot of money, okay, right? And why would they? Because it is clear as day you can lose it all. So they'll come in with something conservative, right? That's exactly what we're doing here right now. Is we're showing you, we're not speeding up the video, okay, where it could be anything. We're showing you because I have to carry these trades over a period of days, maybe a day, maybe 2 days, whatever, but we're showing you how we're basically doing it, the thinking behind it, and all you need to do is just follow along. And then when you're done, watch the entire playlist, because I'm going to pull it into a playlist, okay, and then you can discover the secrets for yourself and use them in your trading too. So if all of that said and done, I will see you all on the next one.